Sumabog na ang pinakamadilim at pinakanakapanlulumong sikreto na yayanig sa bawat sulok ng perlas ng silangan. Isang eksklusibo at nakapangingilabot na scandal video di umano ang kasalukuyan ng kumakalat na tila wildfire sa bawat sulok ng internet kung saan huling-huli sa akto ang batikang senador na si Tito Sotto at ang unang ginang Liza Araneta Marcos na magkasama sa isang hindi pinangalanang tagong luxury suite. Ayon sa ating mga espiyang nakatago sa dilim, ang bawat segundo ng video ay puno ng mga tagpong hindi akalain ng sinuman na nagpapakita ng isang ugnayang matagal ng pilit na ibinabaon sa limot sa likod ng mga pader ng kapangyarihan. Hindi makapaniwala ang buong mundo sa bilis ng pagkalat ng katotohanan ito na tila isang bulkang sumabog at walang sino mang makakapigil sa rurok ng iskandalo. Ang mga lihim na dokumento at mga usapang selyado ng ginto ay tila na bulgar na sa publiko habang ang bawat Pilipino ay nakatitig sa kanilang mga screen, hindi humihinga at nanlulumos sa nakakalulang revelasyong ito. Ito na nga ba ang katapusan ng kanilang malinis na imahe o ito ay simula lamang ng isang madugong labanan sa politika kung saan ang bawat pamilya ay magkakawatak-watak dahil sa mga imaheng hindi kayang lunukin ng ordinaryong mamamayan? Wala nang kukurap at wala nang bibitiw dahil ang bawat frame ng nasabing video ay tila mga saksak sa puso ng bansa na naghihintay ng katarungan. Wala pang inilalabas na pahayag ang kampo ng senador o ang Malacanang, ngunit ang katahimikang ito ay lalong nagpapaliyab sa apoy ng hinala at puot ng sambayan ng Pilipino na uhaw sa sagot. Abangan ang nakapanghihilakbot na pagbubunyag sa mga susunod na oras dahil ang tabing ay tuluyan ng nahulog at ang katotohanan, gaano man ito kapait at kasing init ng apoy, ay bulgar na sa lahat at wala nang ligtas sa lupit ng social media.
Ano yan, Agdan? Akin na Agdan niya si Magalong nyo. O yan, laklakin nyo si Magalong nyo. Oh, ayusin mo, Magalong. Oh, hawak, hawak, hawak. Hawak, 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 Magalong, hawak. Hawak ang kamay, Magalong. Oh, diba? Oh, diba? Oh. Diba may vlogger tong si Magalong, yung attorney? Wala na yata nanonood ngayon dun eh. Oh, ayan po. Oh. Diba nag-iimbestiga po sila ng slope protection? Oh. Oh, diba? Meron bang ano dyan, ghost project? Meron bang katiwalian sa flood control? Bakit yung slow protection ang iniimbestigan ni Magalong ngayon? Hindi na flood control, yung ano na, slow protection na, oh. Diba? Diba mga ka-reaction nakakapagtaka, oh. Yan po. Bakit nasa Davao City si Magalonglong? Mga ka-reaction, di ba kayo nagtataka kay Magalonglong? Pag ganon, side A, side B, side A, side B? Magre-resign tapos tutulong, magre-resign tapos tutulong? Takbo ka na lang kasi ng pagkasenador, Magalong, huwag ka na magpakahirap. Eh, ginagago mo lang ang sarili mo, Magalonglong eh. Ako wala akong tiwala dito kay Magalonglong. Wala akong tiwala eh, kaya tingnan mo pag gano'n siya, oh. Susuportahan ko na sana eh, kaya lang nagpakagago na naman si Magalonglong eh.
Sinong umaahon tayo
Ayan mga kareaksyon ng mga baboy, oh, kawawa naman. Oh.
ba o
Pero bago natin ituloy ang ating napakaganda reaction video, reaction. Napakaganda po ng mga pag-uusapan natin ngayong mga reaksyon, ha. Mga mantagin po ninyo mga reaksyon na nangyari sa Cebu, no? Mga reaksyon, mapapaiyak ka na lang pag nakikita mo yung mga kababayan mo na hanap buhay nila, pangkabuhayan nila, pinaghirapan nilang bahay, pinaghirapan nilang sasakyan, ay lubog po sa baha mga kareaksyon. Ayan o, mga baboy po yan mga kareaksyon, no?
sila mga ngiti nila habang
Diba?
nakalubog ka pa.
Di ba, hindi ka ba anong tawag doon? Hindi ka ba maano yung damdamin mo? Di ba? Oh.
Saan napuntang bulsa
Ano mga ka-reaction talaga nakakaawa po. Yung feeds, nasira. Yung mga baboy nagkamatayan. Mga tao, mga ka-reaction. Kulang-kulang 100 na daw po ang namamatay at mga marami pang nawawala. Ayan.
Hirapan kong mga
At yung mga magagandang sasakyan nila, inanod po sa ilog. Nako, napakahirap po.
Now in your Facebook page
Ito po si gobernadora na dumikit kay BBM. O, minalas ka tuloy, dumikit ka kasi kay Dapat kasi wag kang didikit kay BBM eh. Binigyan daw siya ng posisyon ni BBM. Di ba? Ito, hindi ko naman sinasabing nakarma yung taga Cebu, ha. Kasi nakakaawa po, hindi po nakarma ang taga Cebu. Ang pinapakita lang dito nang nasa itaas, hinahanap natin yung mga flood control sa Cebu. Wala. Oh, di ba? Talagang itong Bongbong Marcos na ito, pinanganak po siyang malas. Bad luck. Bad, 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 Very, very bad luck. Palitan nyo na lang po ng B yung V. Bad luck talaga itong si Bongbong Marcos. Malas sa Pilipinas, malas ka. Tingnan mo nangyayari sa Pilipinas yung Bongbong Marcos. Bumaba ka na sa posisyon mo. Napakamalas mong presidente. Magnanakaw na, malas pa.
You posted 26 billion pesos of flood control funds for Cebu. Yet we are flooded to the max. So this got over close to 23,000 shares. Very rabid comments, of course, of angry citizens. What did you mean by this? Ipaliwanag nyo bakit po ninyo ito pinost.
You know, you began to ask the question kung bakit grabe yung flash floods dito when we have 26.600 billion for flood control projects. So yun lang naman sa akin. I begin to ask question, bakit ganun? 26.6 plus 600 plus billion yung ano dito, flood control funds. And yet ito yung nangyayari sa amin.
Oo.
And I
Matanong
think,
ko lang,
Karen, yung Tino is worse than Odette.
in terms of rainfall,
Yes, in terms of rainfall. Kasi yung Odette, malakas yung hangin doon. Itong
Oo.
Tino, grabe yung flooding talaga.
okay. So, matanong ko po sa inyo, ma'am, nung nanalo po kayo na governor, it's already been, I would say, nakaisang taon na po kayo, ma'am?
Over 100 days, Karen.
100 days pa lang. Okay.
Over 100 days.
Have you
Alin
or,
over?
okay, have you or your team ever seen the flood control projects in Cebu Province? Kasi tama
Yes.
kayo, ang laki ng pondo, 26 billion. Nakita niyo po ba ang kalidad at ang mga flood control projects sa Cebu Province?
Yes, Karen. Yeah, nakita namin and we submitted already reports regarding this one.
Okay.
But, yes.
Can you share the reports? Anong natuklasan po ninyo, ma'am?
I think it's for ICI to divulge the information that we have submitted.
Oo.
But
Pero,
definitely, meron. Yeah.
no, tuloy niyo, ma'am.
But definitely, we have seen, projects here in the province na, I should say, mga ghost projects.
So may ghost flood control projects in Cebu Province.
Yes, Karen.
Oo. And who were the contractors? Ito ba ang Diskaya, Sunwest, Hightone? Sino po?
It's not for me to say for now, Karen. No, we have submitted the reports already. But what I can say is we have seen substandard projects as well. At saka
Sa
may mga bulk water projects na ginamit yung mga license to some contractors na hindi naman sila yung gumawa.
Okay.
Yun lang masabi ko for now, Karen.
Oo, pero sa pag-iimbestiga po ninyo, sa sarili po ninyong probinsya, meron man lang bang matinong flood control project or most of it ay talaga pong ghost, substandard, at yung bulk water ay problemado?
Substandard, Karen.
So all of the flood control projects are either ghost or substandard in Cebu Province?
Yes, Karen.
Wow. Okay. At ma'am, ilan po yun, if you don't mind, without giving details? Ilan po ang naimbestigahan po ng team ninyo?
We've submitted the report, Karen, and we'll just allow the investigative body to reveal the
Okay.
details.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So I will leave you on that. But do you believe that it was the past administration who is
I
responsible?
Definitely, Karen. Because I'm just here in just an over 100 days. And by the time I got here, that's when the flood control, the president announced it during his SONA. Remember, that was around July when he was the one who talked about the flood control projects.
So
So-
has it been many years that the past administration, I mean, or that the province has been receiving flood control funding?
I
Ilang
suppose-
taon na po? Alam niyo po ba ilang taon na? Panahon pa po ba ni Duterte? Ganun po ba hanggang ngayon?
I think 2019. 2019.
2019.
Yeah, 2019, yes.
So, I mean, nung 2016, it was also your predecessor, Governor Gwen Garcia, who was sitting in that chair. Were there flood control projects being built in Cebu then?
Well, it's not for me to say, but what I can tell you is 2019 nagsimula.
Okay. All right.
Flood control.
Ano po ba? 2019 nagsimula ang alleged corruption? Ganun po ba sa flood control?
I suppose.
All right. Okay. Now, I'll move on, I think. Any announcements, Governor? I think this is a good time for if you want to call on to the government, the private sector, ibahagi nyo na po lahat ng pangangailangan po ninyo ngayon, ma'am.
Yes, I have already relayed to the national government anong kailangan namin dito sa Cebu. And I want to appeal also to the public na if there are any donations for Cebu, right now we are open for it. And most especially, I want to tell the Cebuanos that do not lose hope. As you know, the meaning of hope. You know, hold on, pain's end. No, let's not lose hope. Everything happens for a reason, and you never know what tomorrow may bring. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Matanong ko lang po, ma'am, for donations, does the province prefer cash? Or if people donate in kind, what do the evacuees, what does the province need?
Logistically, it's better pag cash, Karen, no? So, dito na lang namin ma-purchase kung anong kailangan. And also, what the province really need right now is yung mga, namin, yung infrastructure, you know, job creation. Kasi talaga tamaan yung namin dito, ekonomiya namin dito ngayon.
All right. Okay. Yes. On that note, I want to thank you for joining me today, Cebu Governor.
So tuloy po natin ang pakikinig dito sa abogado itong mga kareaksyon.
But is that also Mr. Ko's fear when he returns to the Philippines?
He has a general fear of being shot. Whether
Bakit ka matatakot kung, ito po yung abogado ni Saldico, bakit ka natatakot kung wala ka naman palang ginawang kasalanan? Bakit matatakot si Saldico kung wala namang ginawang kasalanan? Hoy, abogado!
by a vigilante or by a political enemy.
O baka ang pumatay sa kanya yung mga kasama niya, ganun. Yung mga kasama niya mga nagnakaw kasi didiin niya si Bongbong Marcos. Yun ba ang kinatatakot niya? Mapaslang, yung mga kalaban niya ayaw siyang paslangin eh. Kasi gusto nilang malaman nasaan yung pera at sino yung pinaka-mastermind. Hindi ako naniniwalang si Saldico ang pinaka-mastermind dito mga kareaksyon. Baka ako yung pinaka-mastermind
He doesn't know. I can't answer that with precision.
No?
So is it safe to say that in the next few months until next year, we won't see him in the Philippines?
Wala, hindi siya uuwi. Alam mo, natatakot si Saldico, hindi naman sa mga kalaban niya eh. Natatakot siya doon sa mga kasama niya kasi kilala niya yung mga kasama niyang nagnakaw.
We'll see him as soon as the fear of violence against him abates. So I don't know. Might be next week, might be January, I don't know.
Okay, so thank you.
Surely.
Hello sir, good morning po. Ben Pulta po sa Philippine News Agency.
Hi, Ben.
Clarify ko lang sir yung the SALN is generally available, that's what you're saying. Pero only if you can answer, how much did the assets did Mr. Cod declare the first time he was a lawmaker?
Oh, I can answer that. 4.1 billion in 2019. Let me point out, ito na naman yung
Ang dami niyang pera, 4.1 billion. Kung baka ano lang yun, baka tinga lang yun.
skewed narrative. I did some research, and who's the richest senator you know? Alex. Mark Villar declared a net worth of 1.4 billion. His mother, Cynthia, declared in 2020 a net worth of 3.8 billion. Next is Manny Pacquiao, 3.1 billion. Or the other way around, one or the other. So, in 2020, when Representative Ko joined Congress in 2019, 1 year earlier, he was already richer by Cynthia than Cynthia Villar or Manny Pacquiao. Just to keep it in context. What's your question?
Sir, yeah, thank you for that, sir. Pero did it grow? Follow up lang doon sa question. Did the assets grow? Would you know if at all?
there was movement.
Nako?
It was relatively flat, the movement. But I remember it.
Relatively flat daw po yung movement. Ibig sabihin walang movement. Ito po yung mga abogado, mga kareaksyon talaga ako, mga abogado ha. Ewan ko mga kareaksyon na baka 2 to 3% lang ang makakarating ng langit. Kahit alam mo, kriminal lang yung pinagtatanggol dahil bayad ka nga, pagtatanggol mo yan. Alam mo ang batas, alam mo ang butas.
It did grow, but even that is not an indication of criminality, just so you know, Alex. Kasi naka-file naman ng ITR eh. And there was a very refreshing take on this. I don't remember who said it. I think it might have been Ronald Llamas. Kung magnanakaw ka, loko-loko ka ba't idedeklara mo sa salin mo yung ninakaw mo? Naturalmente, hindi, di ba?
Sir, if ewan ko kung pwede, sir, if you can go to yung legal theory,
Sure.
But the acts attributed to Ko, maliban dun sa accusation ni Gutesa that money was actually delivered to his house by so-and-so, yung acts of passing a law to encourage projects, and that these projects supposedly some of them were not implemented at all, would that, in your say, form part of your legal theory? Would that make him liable? I mean, it's like paying and someone else did not deliver, right?
I assume you're talking about yung unang pumutik ito, yung mga ghost projects sa Bulacan. Yung preliminary research namin is that yung mga ghost projects na yon, part of the NEP yon, yung National Expenditure Program. So hindi yun insertion. Easy? So saan ba galing ang NEP? Hindi ba galing sa executive yan?
Sir, but the proponents apparently had a part in, I mean, Mr. Ko apparently had a part in the actions of the proponents?
No. That's what I'm saying. Yung NEP is prepared by the DBM in consultation with the other executive offices. Sinasubmit yan sa appropriations. Hindi nakialam doon si Representative Ko as far as I know. Kasi NEP nga eh. Tapos noon, from what I know, from what I gather, meron mga requests na separate yung other executives, other government offices. Other government offices, yun ang sinasabi na insertion. But ang technical term is congressional initiative or something like that. Ayan pa eh, we keep saying insertion kasi it's a very colored term, insertion, parang masama ang dating. But then, everyone is saying, Senator Lacson himself said na hindi masama ang insertion.
Di ba, nung una, masama ang insertion ni Jingo Estrada. Nung tinamaan na itong mga kaalyado nila, katulad ni Antiveros, hindi na masama ang insertion. Amendment na ngayon, amendment na.
Huwag natin kulayan yung term.
Sir, last two so others can ask a question. My second to the last question is dun sa air assets. The government is making saying that it has fled the Philippines and it's probably been disposed outside the country despite having not been deregistered locally.
Sorry, I just received word that one of the live streams ran out of its mic, so we might want to fix that before moving forward. I'm not sure.
Wala daw audio?
Yeah, walang audio in one of the live streams. Maybe Inquirer GMA. Before we proceed lang. Parang
But the ombudsman is not the custodian of the SALNs.
He is.
I don't
He is.
think so, sir.
He is. Alam ko, as far back as the Gloria presidency, I've always thought that the ombudsman was. I can show you a copy, if you like, once I get one.
Okay, attorney, follow up.
Yes.
Regarding naman dun sa mga helicopter,
Okay.
nire-register daw po ni Representative Saldico yung mga,
You have to be very precise with me on the choppers. What's the question?
yung 5 na chopper po,
5 na choppers. Okay.
na nakalabas na po, 5, na nakalabas po ng bansa.
Okay.
Tatlo pala, attorney, sorry.
Okay. Si Representative Ko, wala siyang may-ari na any aircraft. I understand that any aircraft related to him is owned by Mitsubishi Aviation. Na-separate si Mr. Ko sa Miss Ibis. Ano? You should ask the lawyer of Miss Ibis. I'm not the lawyer. But see, yan na yung yan na yung isang misinformation na malaki. That's the reason we're here. Because Secretary Dizon keeps saying na i-freeze lahat yan, i-confiscate yan. If you look at his SALN, Miss Ibis Aviation was incorporated in 2004, 2008. Now, Zaldico became a congressman in 2019. So, yung aviation company na in which he owns stock is what? Was already 15, 16, 17 years old before he became when he became a congressman. Now, sinasabi ni
Galing po talaga magano ng mga abogado ng mga reaksyon. Bang klase no?
So, hindi niya po kilala si Yusek Bernardo.
She said, he said. I mean, yun ang sabi niya. We don't know kung totoo yung sinasabi niya. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying na kung magkaiba yung sinasabi ng dalawang tao, it's a question of who's more credible and who's more believable.
So, pati po yung pagsabi na may 25% commission daw na nakuha si Ko, those are all not true.
Wala akong information. I will assume that it's not true.
Okay. So, they've never met si Yusek Bernardo and also Zaldico.
Again, I don't know. I have no information. But if he's saying that my client got a 25% commission, I'm telling you that's not true.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Sure.
More questions?
Okay. Dwight, it was just pointed out to me na a lot of these high government officials also have increased SALN and pinapoint out nga nung anak ko na si Ping Lacson, si Senator Lacson nag-increase din. So long as ma-justify, nothing wrong with an increase. In fact, ang net worth mo should increase.
Sir, but our recall sana is we hope to get the copies of the SALN. Kasi talaga yung...
Tulungan na lang tayo. I'm sure na open yan sa ombudsman.
But is he willing to release the SALN?
Sir, baka pwede...
Let me ask him. Sige, let me ask him. Yeah, let me ask him. Let me ask him.
2019, 2020,
Let me ask him if he's willing. But I can almost imagine him saying, bakit pa? Kunin nila sa ombudsman.
we cannot get it from the ombudsman. We cannot get it from the ombudsman.
Saan available yan? Ang understanding ko, sa House?
Sa House, but he's no longer a lawmaker, so we're worried that we might not get it. But if he's willing to provide it, that's, isn't that the first step to transparency? That there's a former congressman accused of corruption willingly releasing his salad to the public.
Alam mo, hindi ko kasi ma-imagine yung when I defended Mikey Arroyo yung sa tax cases niya. No, I said without admitting the accuracy. No? Kasi you're not supposed to passport details naka-leak. Diba? Seat number naka-leak. Ay yung passport na lang. Would you give me your passport details? You would not, diba? I'm not gonna give you mine. Yun na lang, may data privacy leak na eh. May mga AI videos pa na, yung sinesimulate na kumakain siya and then tumakbo siya, nagtakip na mukha. No. If I did...
After his medical procedure.
I don't know. I'm not denying because I don't know. Maybe he did. I really don't know.
Sir, when you talked to him last night, how did he sound?
Downtrodden, as always. Nalulungkot siya dito eh. Ako rin nalulungkot din ako eh dahil hindi patas eh. Sana if we stick to the facts and to the evidence. I'm telling you, if the government stuck to the facts and the evidence, hindi dapat i-file yan. And lahat ng mga criminal cases ko na very, very hot, na galit ang mga tao, preliminary investigation pala, sinasabi ko, walang ebidensya, walang crime na nakomit, nagtatrial kami for 10, 15 years, and then na-acquit mga kliyente ko. Nagagalit yung mga korte, yung Court of Tax Appeals, nagagalit, sinabi, these cases should not have been filed for lack of evidence. That's where we are today. I'm telling you now, walang ebidensya. Hindi dapat ma-file.
Walang ebidensya.
Walang ebidensya. Hindi dapat ma-file. Walang crime. Yung kliyente ko, kliyente namin. But,
despite the testimonies in the Senate and the House, sir?
Whose testimonies, Tina?
Like Gutesa.
Walang testimony si Gutesa that will stand in court.
The DPWH officials.
Res inter alios acta, that's a principle in law that a conspirator cannot find his co-conspirator. Kasi kung sabihin ko na akusado ako ng murder, sabihin ko, kasama ko si Tina doon, pwede ba yun? Just because dinawit kita, masasama ka na sa asunto. Hindi ba hindi tama? That's what's happening sa Senado. Kasama ko yun, damay ka. Kasama ko yun, damay ka. Hindi pwede. Res inter alios acta.
Is his whole family with him now?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does he have family here right now?
I don't know. I'd be speculating. Not relevant information at this time. For me.
Sir, business interest, does he have business interest abroad? Would you know?
I don't know, Alex. Sorry. I'm guessing wala. Wala sa salain niya eh. At least wala ako napansin sa salain.